Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of February 8th through the 14th, so happy Valentine's Day. We also have several moon energies kind of moving us through the week. So the first couple of days, we're still in that waning gibbous energy from last week, which is a good time of self-reflection and rebirth, good time to get rid of our bad habits and negative thinking. We then have the third quarter moon that comes in on the 10th, and that's a time of really kind of, this is when the things that we started from the new moon kind of come to fruition, and we kind of arrive at like, okay, here's things that are working, things that aren't working. And we start that self-reflection, and that continues through that waning crescent energy, which is definitely a time of just nice and calm stability. But we're, just self-reflecting on, what have we done for the past cycle? And it's time for us to learn and grow and make changes and think about things that we might want to start with our fresh start during the new moon that will be coming up in the next week. So please keep those ever-changing moon energies in mind as you're moving through your week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Aquarius. So as always, please take what resonates today and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is a win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, let's see what the Aquarians have going on for the week. As I'm shuffling, my fun weekly reminder this week is that you try to take some time to meditate. So if it's not something that you normally work into your schedule, maybe just set yourself, maybe a half hour, an hour aside, and try to just calm down, quiet your mind and your body, and just go within and just go explore. So that's my fun weekly reminder. It does kind of go hand in hand with the self-reflection of the moon energy this week to do that, to just kind of take those times, those quiet moments of self-reflection. So, all right, let's see what your overall energy right now, February 8th through the 14th. A win-win outcome is forecast. Your present energy for the week is the Judgment card. So might be dealing with some judgment of yourself. Judgment. I've seen this card quite a bit in the readings for this week. So, are you feeling some judgment on you, or feeling judgment by you? Some information come in for you that has made you be just more self-aware. A judgment is about having that self-awareness, for whatever reason. So we'll see what happens as the cards come out here. Your current situation right now is the Lover's card. So there might be some judgment here when it comes to a past relationship, present relationship, something going on here. It is Valentine's Day, so this is probably very heavy. Relationships are heavy on everyone's minds when it comes to the February 14th. It's just the way it is. So is there some judgment about a past relationship or a relationship that you're currently in? It'll be different for different Aquarians, but a win-win outcome is forecast. So if you're, evaluating something that if you're evaluating a relationship from the past, that could be something you're doing. You might be evaluating a new relationship that you're in, or a relationship that you've been in for a while. So, maybe you're making some kind of judgments and having some changes, or wanting to make some change, and maybe it's a week to talk about that, right? At the root of this situation is you are definitely feeling some stability here in the material world. So you feel like you're in a good stable place when it comes to the material world, and that might be what's allowing you to have, again, Valentine's Day is just a reminder. It might just be what's bringing these things up and has things on your mind, because it's certainly not your job and your housing situation. All that stuff seems fine right now. You're in a stable place, but it might be making your mind wander a little bit. In your recent past, here is the Strength card. So whatever you have gone through, you definitely had to use some inner strength and maybe outer strength as well. So that's something that you come into this with, and just know that you can carry that into whatever it is that you're going through here, and just be strong through it. You can definitely do that. What is on your mind this week is the Two of Cups. So another, even though this Lover's card is not a two, I do see it as a two because there's two people on there and there's other people involved here. So there might be someone that you come together with. Maybe it's this partner. Maybe it's, for some of you, I'm feeling like this could be a breakup and that maybe you're just on a friendly, you're getting to that place where you can just at least be friendly again, that maybe it wasn't the best situation, but you can at least be amicable, and a lot of times when you have a breakup like that, you have mutual friends, things like that going on. So think about that. It also might be that you're confiding into with a friend about something with your relationship, which I always say, go to the source, go right to your person. If it's something that you do need to work out, that's the best place to really start. Other people don't really need to get involved with that, but it might be on your mind as like a route, or you might be complaining to someone about something. But again, if you want to fix it, don't complain to your friends, just go fix it. And that's the way that needs to work. What is just ahead of you this week is the Justice card. So judgment and justice. Look at these major arcana. So now we've got four major arcana. So this is kind of a big week for you. Anytime we have four or more, I think it's kind of a big learning point for you, a learning curve for you, a way for you to move forward in a way that you've definitely learned something. And it's just that maybe you're just now getting to the truth of whatever this is. So hopefully, again, if it's a past relationship, you can heal that, move along and be friends. If it's a current relationship, you can definitely get to a place where you're just at the truth of where things need to go. In your advice position is the Three of Cups. So whatever this is, let's not stop it from celebrating. So maybe, on the 14th, go out with your partner, have a little date night, date time set aside, do some celebrating. And if you're single, go with your single girlfriends and have a good time too, or dudes, so maybe there's somebody out there that you're trying to meet that night. What is beyond your control this week? Knight of Swords. So some sort of message coming in, and this could be where this judgment and this justice card come from. There might be information that comes in. Maybe you kind of hear something through the grapevine, or maybe somebody says something to you, but it causes that judgment, and it's kind of the catalyst for this whole thing. It looks like it's just beyond your control. It's what is, it might just be the tipping point, but it's a win-win outcome for everyone involved. All right. What is your secret desire and what are you trying to avoid? Is the Eight of Wands here. So things happening very quickly and rapidly and coming in fast. Is that your secret desire? Is that I just want to say ripping the band-aid. Is that your secret desire, or are you just trying to avoid that at all costs? So that'll be the big question that you need to ask yourself. We've also now got two eights on the table, which I see as a very lucky card. It's that eternity here that we see right over her head here in that strength card, that eight, that never ending symbol of eternity. So you've got two of those and things that, that continue flowing. And this is one thing that relationships do this, relationships and friendships. There's just kind of a continuous flow and things go in and out there. But as you have to ask yourself this question, is it your secret desire for these things to be happening very quickly, or are you trying to avoid that? And that's totally different. It'll be different. A way to answer it for different Aquarians will answer in two different ways. This is what I'm trying to say. And your outcome position is the Six of Swords. So you do get to move forward in some calm, peaceful waters in whatever way this is going to resolve for you. So I think that's a really good sign. Again, a win-win outcome is forecast. It looks like for some of you, you just get to kind of sail off into the sunset and things are working out well. If it's a thing where you're trying to put something behind you, I think that's awesome as well. It's just nice calm waters for the end of the week. It's not I don't see a whole lot of contention. This guy coming in with this message at first looks a little hectic, a little crazy. I always look at the horse on that card like, how do I respond to this email, this message, these words, whatever. But I think by the end of the week we end up in a calm place, so that's good. All right, what is hidden from you here at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. So you're already kind of in a good stable place. It's not I don't think that this is a week to really be thinking about. Your focus isn't on the material this week, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you're stable there, it's fine. This is a week about internal change and growth, and how you want the future to be. What kind of, do you want to get in a calm space for your future? then you need to do the things, either healing a relationship or a breakup. That would be one way, or healing things within this relationship that you're in right now. Just kind of depending on your situation, so that you can end up in a calm place and move towards your future with those calm emotional waters. So let's see what the Soul Oracle deck has for a wrap up card for you. Let's get a final message here for Aquarius. And the Soul Oracle deck says to face your shadow. So if you're working out these things, and like I said, I do see with 4 major arcana cards, this is kind of an internal growth week for you. And if it means to face your shadow, it's sometimes, when you're looking at a relationship thing, relationships are our biggest mirrors and our biggest teachers about ourselves. So, you might need to face some of those darker things and about yourself, which just help you learn and grow, and again, move into the future in a calm way. Let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care for the week. Self-care for Aquarius this week. And that card for you is the card that says energy. Stop trying to please everyone. Everyone is a whole lot of people. Protect your energy. Now, this week is about you. This is about facing your shadow. This is about growth and learning, but it's inner learning. Of course, the win-win outcome is forecast. If this has anything to do with another person, you learning the things that you need to learn internally is definitely a win for you, and certainly it should be also a win for them. So that even if you're not confronting it this week, that when you do, it's in those nice calm waters. It might even be next week. So Aquarius, I wish you the best of luck with this. I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. Let me know, did you recently go through a breakup and you're still learning things and facing your shadow? You know, or are you in a relationship where, are you trying to confide in a friend here, and maybe that's not the best way to go, but again, you still need to face your shadow and learn, look at your partner as a way to learn about yourself is really what it's about, whether it's a past, present, or future relationship. So again, thank you so much. If you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment. And if you like my reading style, if you hit like and subscribe, it'll help you find me next week, where you can come back and we can see where this energy goes, or if there's something completely new here for you then. So thank you so much. Have a great week, Aquarius. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.